What up, family? Welcome back to I Said It, the podcast for all things sports. And today we're gonna talk about the Olympics. We're gonna hit y'all with some preseason and we're gonna wing it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all like it when we do that shit anyway. So continue, watch the show, enjoy the show. Let's get it. What's up, family? Welcome back. Yeah, I said
So
it.
what's up?
What's up, y'all? All of us is here, except for Brianna. What's up? What y'all been up to, man? What you been up to today, Blair? You been chilling?
Today I went to the movies, bro. I went to go see Deadpool and Wolverine.
Oh, okay.
I'm with
Sounds
it.
like
I'm
I
with it.
saw it.
Give it
Pretty good
up.
movie.
You saw the movie.
It's always good to go to Deadpool. Deadpool always got a couple good laughs in there. You know, a couple hee-hees, couple gut
Couple of
busters.
real ones. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
some. They're always off kilter jokes, and it's just how you feel about some of them jokes, bro. It's to the point where like almost anything he says, nobody takes serious. Like
No,
it's supposed to be the character, so you can't really be mad because he said some crazy stuff in there.
bruh.
It was.
I feel like he at the point that he could say anything almost just not now. Like he could just say anything and everybody just be like, I mean,
In, in a movie,
in a movie, obviously.
because a lot of the stuff like is he not like he said it, not hasn't said it in other movies because he was real off the cuff and Waiting, bro. I don't know if y'all ever saw Waiting, but that movie was wild. You know what I'm talking about?
I haven't seen that one.
Oh,
I seen that. Yes, you have, Chris.
I have?
Yeah.
worked at the bar. It was essentially like they worked at this restaurant. It was supposed to be like a play on Bennigan's. The name of the restaurant was called Shenanigans. You don't know what I'm talking about, bro?
I
Yes,
might.
you do,
I feel
Chris. They
like
was
I
putting stuff in people's
Waiting is
food and
nuts,
all that.
dude.
oh yeah. I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about.
Waiting was a funny movie, man.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. I've seen that. I've seen that. But we have enjoyed the Olympics. It has been a great time. I'm watching sports, like I said a couple weeks ago. We missed last week, but we back now, like we always are. But I've been watching sports I had never seen in my life. I'm watching them row the boats. I'm watching them play volleyball in the sand on a court, two-man volleyball. I was watching handball the other day. I was watching soccer. It was just a great sports time I was having in my house. And it's the first time the Olympics is really the only time is when I got sports on and my wife is like, okay, where the USA at? I just need to know where we at. Okay, we in lane 6. Okay, and she'll watch it with me and be rooting just as hard like me. Um, I would ask everybody on the panel, who would you have as your biggest surprise during the Olympics this year? That you were just like, wow, I did not expect this person to win, and they came on through. And who's the person that you are most disappointed in? Like, damn, I can't believe they didn't win. Do you have one of those or no? Because I
Yes, it's
got
no
one.
allowed.
Yeah, bruh, how was Buddy in the club the next day? That's what I want to ask.
Exactly.
How was
Exactly.
Buddy in the club? And now he ain't got
Exactly.
COVID?
Exactly.
Do y'all
Cuss that
think,
nigga no slack. You talk too
bruh?
much trash to lose in your event, bro. I don't even want to hear it. And somebody pointed out a good point, bruh. He was the only one that didn't feel quote unquote American. Everybody else was jamming with everything. You don't see nothing with no lie, but you caught his ass jamming in the club though. Come on, bro. That dude's a cornball.
Seeing as much as y'all talked about him, I honestly didn't really know who he was.
Well, his
Never
whole
really heard
thing
of that dude.
was he was trying to be brash and out and speak out to be make
Is
track
that
and
the
field
same dude?
a
That's the
bigger
one that
sport.
said you're not world champions because you don't play the world
Yes,
thing.
yes, you don't
That's
play.
about the only thing I know him from. Like, I don't. Yeah, okay.
He said that to the basketball team. He like, how are y'all world champions? Y'all don't play against the world like basically like I do, like we do, and all that other stuff. And that's why he was like, everybody was like trolling him
What,
afterwards.
bro? Who won? What team won in the last Olympics in basketball?
USA.
Oh,
Who won in this Olympics? USA. Who won in the
I've
previous
been like the
Olympics
last
before that? Before
5
that,
times.
USA.
I'm just saying.
I
Who won
mean,
in 2020? Who won the 200?
I don't know.
I don't
Yeah,
know who
because he
won.
came in third this year. This year, who won the 200?
Oh, Noah Lyles. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
This year, yeah.
Yeah. He was bronze 2 Olympics in a row
Mm.
in his event.
In his event. And to be honest
I'm
with you,
here.
I didn't expect him to win the 100, but somehow he got it. And I just knew he was
Bro,
gonna win
that
the
jump was
two,
supposed exactly. That jump was supposed to hype you up, bro. That was
bruh.
when you was supposed to be talking that talk.
Yes. And everybody would have been like, you know what? You backed it up. But when you don't, you can't then be like, I got COVID. You left the stadium in a wheelchair, dog. It was
I was also I was also disappointed in 3-on-3 basketball, man. That shit was
I
tragic.
don't even know what that was, man. That was terrible.
how did
Bad
we
job.
how did we select this team is what I want to know. How did
So the
these three
rules are so
basketball
the
players
rules
get in?
are that you have to participate in 3-on-3 basketball competitions throughout the year, and only like the top, you got to be in like the top percentage of scorers because they do it by like total points or some crazy junk like that. Jimmer Fredette is the #1 USA
3-on-3 basketball
free
player.
basketball player. And then Barry's nephew is like in the top 20. And then the other starter was like in the top 30 or something like that. So you gotta be officially with that shit. And the big three don't count.
Oh, you talking about
Oh,
Canyon
they
and
done,
Son? Yeah.
nah, nah.
They got to come up with a different set
They
of rules.
got you you gotta come up with
That
it.
don't even make sense.
Listen,
Like, what? You telling me
these
some
rules got to
dude
be
just,
changed
man,
fast.
you telling me some dude that just ball don't know how to play 3-on-3? Like, why they got to play in 3-on-3 tournaments? Like, what does that matter for basketball?
How many people do y'all know play in 303 tournaments besides the big three?
I mean, people play on 3-on-3 at the court all the
At
time.
the
And they
at
ain't
the
got enough
Y?
people. And enough people. That's what I'm saying.
Like,
Everybody play
is
3-on-3,
that where
bro.
y'all
You can
pulling
get
from?
anybody that play basketball to play 3-on-3, man.
Are they
Which
pulling from the
apparently
Y?
is what they picking them from. Just any dude that plays basketball. They're like, you know what? I'm gonna go take this weekend tournament in. I'm about to go play 3-on-3 this weekend in this tournament.
Bro,
Bro,
we could have got 3 dudes from the Rucker the weekend before the Olympics to go win that game.
That's it.
I was watching the games. I'm looking like, how did these three? Thank you for that clarification, because I was like, how did these three specific dudes
Yeah,
get
I
on
was
this
curious where
team?
those dudes came from too. Yeah.
Because I'm like, I know who Jimmy Fredette is, but then when I seen the other two dudes, I'm like,
Bro,
okay,
guess
Barry's
what you did? You didn't know that he was the #1 three on
no,
three player in the United States.
and
Because why would you need to know that?
let's be real, none of us believe that he is the best 3-on-3 basketball player in these United States of America. Nobody is gonna believe that. You're not gonna convince nobody in the hood because they got a cousin who they swear is a better 3-on-3 basketball player than Jimmy for that. No disrespect, but come on, y'all. Y'all could have did better than
I
that.
Bro,
know, I
they're
know,
essentially
I
playing a
know a
pickup
hundred
game.
people that'll cook them right now. Like a
They
hundred
are
people.
literally playing a pickup. They're playing half court.
Yeah. The
Yes.
only
Like, they're
no,
playing
but the
a
difference
regular
is
pickup. There's literally a regular pickup
it's
game.
not regular pickup though. I will give it that. It's not regular pickup because there's no stopping the action. So that's why I'm like, bruh,
That's like it is if you play half court. Half court, you got to
no, when I
clear the
say
3-point line.
no. When I say no stopping the action, it's like zero stop. Like you gotta clear the line, ain't no taking the ball out, none of
Oh
that.
yeah, you just clear the line and get to it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like, bruh, why should you get to choose who we send to? Why should it be a restriction on who we want to send to play this for our country? Because that's where we would have sent Jalen Brown and all the other dudes who would have closely made Team USA, and that's why they mad because we would have beat everybody 17-4.
Facts. And they act like they couldn't have a big man on the squad. Like you can have a big man and two guards. You can have a
Wasn't the
big
big
man, a
man the black
tweener, and a
dude?
guard.
Wasn't the black dude with the tall one? Wasn't he supposed to be like the big man?
I mean, I guess. I don't know. They all looked
Bruh.
about
And
around the same
Jimmy
size.
Fredette got hurt.
And they had to bring in
And
the
I'm like,
reserve guy.
what? So, and then my thing was, they let college girls play in the women's 3-on-3.
Facts.
Did they?
They did.
Yeah, Haley Van
I ain't
was in
hit.
that shit,
Yep.
getting
Yep.
cooked.
They did. And they
But
did
they,
get
but
cooked.
but they won bronze
At least.
because they had won last year. They was expecting them to win again. I mean, they won in 2020. They was expecting them to win again.
Yep.
Where it came in bronze. But I'm like, it makes sense that they won because they playing with college players.
Yeah. And you think that and that's the thing. You think that other countries was like, all right, look, check it. This is our opportunity. Go ahead and put together a 3-on-3 team. They gonna play together for a couple years. And we
You know
gonna
why?
beat everybody.
Because they send all their best hoopers to play in the regular basketball tournament, and they don't got it after that. America got it after that. Like, got it.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, we could have sent role players over there, bro, to do that.
Yep.
At least somebody that
Everybody
play
could name 3
basketball
dudes off the bench
semi-professionally.
right now. We could have sent over there, and we would have won. A
Yeah.
3-on-3?
They could have even seen, y'all seen like the dudes that went to the NBA and then but it's not Rucker, but they have like the college all-stars, like the former alumni that went to the NBA or their best players that played at
Yeah, I
like
be seeing
Ohio
that on
State. Yeah,
ESPN.
they could have invited those dudes to go over there and
Yeah,
play
they
in
be
that.
having like the Ohio State team
Yeah,
versus
versus the Michigan State
Bruh,
team or versus
yeah.
the, you know what I'm saying, or
we
versus the
could have
Michigan
sent
team. They could have
anybody.
had
We
those
could
dudes
have
in there.
sent Chris Brown, Quavo, and Travis Scott, and we would have won. All them niggas can hoop, bro. We would have won, bro.
J.
I
Cole
I'm
didn't.
coming off the
telling
bench.
you.
J. Cole
Man,
coming off the
what?
bench.
Come on, bro. Easy. Easy dub. Easy dub. And J. Cole don't smoke neither. His lungs good. He's going.
Facts.
Easy.
I just didn't see. I didn't see that coming. The total medal count. I think we finished with 40 golds,
40 gold, tied with China.
tied with
But
China for the most. But we got the most medals. Period. 126.
yeah, by
Oh, we
far.
were the only country
By
to
far.
crack 100. Yeah.
Yeah.
We was
40 golds,
okay.
44 silver, 42 bronze.
Who was I most proud of? I was proud of a lot of people. Even though they didn't win gold, they won silver. I was proud of USA women's volleyball. They
Mm-hmm.
went out there and did their thing. I was proud of the women's soccer team.
Yes.
They went out there and did their thing. For a couple of sports people were sleeping on. Women got that gold medal in that fencing. And
Mm-hmm.
the closer was a black girl. So
Mm-hmm.
that jump was dope. I saw that happen in real time. Shout out to all the wrestlers that got a medal.
Facts. Bro, it was so much. There's so many sports. I learned some different sports. I'm like, oh, okay, so those are the rules. Okay, cool. That's just like, and it
No.
became a fact.
Did y'all see the b-ball competition? Did you see the breakdance competition?
No,
Oh,
man, I did not watch that.
Oh
I heard
nah.
nothing but bad things about it, bro, but I did not see it.
They
Oh
making up shit
my
now,
God.
man. They gonna have
Bruh,
spades in the next Olympics. They just making
bruh,
Listen,
up shit, bro.
some things need to be sacred. Don't put shades in the
bruh.
Olympics because that's too much.
This was the crazy. I saw some crazy sports. I saw where they had like horses dancing to the beat. I thought
Oh
that
yeah,
was
that's like
crazy.
real. That's the real equestrian stuff
I
right there.
thought
Yeah.
that was crazy. Handball, I've
Handball.
always felt like
Oh no, that shit real, bro. Now that's
man,
really that's a real sport.
bruh, we go out there right now and get bronze. I don't even want to hear it.
You
And
know what?
that's a real sport.
Yes. What I didn't
But
know, did y'all know? I didn't know that they had rock climbing as a sport.
They just added it, I think.
yeah. Oh, and then they had the shit that was like a slalom, but you doing it in the whitewater rafting. Oh
I
my
ain't
God. Did
hit.
y'all see that?
I didn't see that one.
Nah.
You know how they be in like the little single person boat, right?
Yes.
When
Yeah,
they
the
do
Yeah.
kayak,
whitewater
like
rafting.
kayak, yeah.
Yes. But they was doing like a slalom. You know where they got to go through the gates while they whitewater rafting.
Oh yeah, I've
Oh,
seen that before. I've
Oh
seen it
yeah, I've
before.
seen
I
those.
didn't
I've
see it
seen that
that
one.
time.
man, I was like, boy, ain't no way where you going to train for this.
Straight up the street, bro.
Straight up
Over
the
Yeah,
street.
Bruh.
whitewater
Whitewater Route
the
rafting.
Center.
whitewater place over there.
Yeah.
They
Man,
got a
no,
whitewater place
bro.
here, man.
No,
Mhm.
bro. They not for what these people was going through, man. You can't simulate that, man. I've seen so many people get them stitches on the side of their head trying to go through them gates. I'm like, oh my God, that jump was crazy.
Still
All right.
fighting the water.
All right.
That jump
Still
was
fighting the
crazy.
water.
Yeah, Brianna said she's gonna be in
We
that
took
event
first
next
in
year.
rowing.
Her
The
and Taylor
first
gonna
in
be in that
rowing.
event next year, is what she
They
said.
gonna be in the whitewater rafting too.
Yeah, she said that's their shit. They doing that next year. They training.
All
They training
right.
for it right now.
Hey, listen, make sure leave the baby at home, cuz
I
he'll
thought the
need to.
whitewater, the rowing thing was cool. They ain't won rowing in like 100 years, something
Yes,
like that.
Yeah, that's
yes,
cool. That was cool
that
too.
jump was crazy. Hey, and then my man, what event was that? Was it the 1500?
Yes, that dude.
The
Mhm.
American?
Oh, the dude,
Oh
the
man,
long distance runner.
yes, bro,
Yes, bro.
they had hyped up the other dude's beef like Bloods and Crips. That jump was supposed
Yes.
to be going down. And in that last 100 meters, this white boy was like, oh, that's it right there. They
Yeah,
had said it in the beginning
yeah,
of the race. They was like, he had the worst personal time out of everybody running. But they was like, his finish is
Is the
his
best.
best part. Man,
Mm-hmm.
he saw that opening. He was like, oh, see ya.
Yep.
Gone. Man, he hit that left side. He was like, oh, I'm gone.
Yep.
I was like, no way. And the
Bruh.
dude that was talking all that trash didn't even make the podium.
Didn't even make the podium. Was talking about cussing and everything in his little promo. Like, man, they can't do nothing with me. It was very Noah Lawlish. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, it was even worse
Guess
because
what?
how he was
Yeah,
talking
he was
mad
talking
cash,
crazy,
mad
dog.
cash,
He was
mad
talking
cash.
crazy. Guess what? America
Bruh, Buddy came and saw that
out
opening,
here.
bruh. He took off like, I'm out.
Bruh, that I was like, oh, he about to win. At least the other dude had got second place. I know he was
Mhm.
like, well, I'm in there. You ain't
Yep.
even met him. Yeah,
He
take it
was
back
looking
to the
salty
village,
too.
dog. Hey, he the one. I said, bruh, he tried to show out in the beginning. He
Mm-hmm.
set the pace too fast
Mm-hmm.
and trying to show out.
They
And
had
I'm
nothing to
like,
finish with.
hey, he ain't gonna have nothing to give at the end. He better hope everybody else die out. But everybody else just ran with the pace.
But you see, he tried to block out Buddy in the beginning when they did the turn because Buddy tried to get past him on the turn, and he was like,
Yes.
"Nope." And then when he had that little opening, that boy was like, "I'm out of here." I was like, oh, he got out on him. I was like, run, boy, run. And he was out. Like, I'm gone. Y'all can't catch me because y'all done spent yourselves. Y'all spent. I'm not. But yeah, for him to have the worst personal time and end up winning the gold medal is crazy. Absolutely
Crazy,
crazy, bruh.
dog.
Crazy. And the other buddy that he medal is the first American to medal in like what 60, 70 years on the long distance run. You know how we don't ever be placing in the long distance, like the super long races where you go
Like
around the
the 3,000.
yeah, stuff like that. He placed like third or something like that.
I feel
Man,
like I did see that.
I was like, bruh. I was like, I never thought I'd see the day. Because
All
you
right.
know we know who be winning. We know all the other foreign countries, because that's what they do. But he came in third. I was like, bruh, hats off to you, bruh. I didn't think I was gonna see nobody even place in this event. I didn't even see you coming.
Well, it be
Hey,
black dudes, black people that place, but they usually not from here. Like they usually
yeah,
like
it be from like
Africans from
Yeah,
Africa.
it'd be the
continent based
Africans.
places. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They
This
be
was a white
gone
guy.
too.
This was a white guy.
Yeah, that's what was super surprising about him winning. Like, yeah, nobody saw that one coming.
Yeah, and look,
So I ain't
look,
seen nobody say nothing yet. Is nobody gonna talk about how they was trying to cheat the basketball teams in the last game?
listen, man. Listen.
And it was called home court
Man,
That's
advantage.
I
hey,
don't want to
nah,
hear
it
that
ain't
shit,
home court. They
bro.
was flat
I ain't
out
even gonna
cheating.
lie.
They was
And in
flat
the
out
men's
cheating.
game, at least in the fourth quarter, they tightened it up. In that women's game, oh my God. That jump was so blatant. It was terrible. I was like, I don't even want to watch this no more. I'm like, come on, bro. It was
Bruh.
ridiculous. I, the girls would come down, fight over a screen. Oh, that's a foul. Fight over a screen. Oh, that's a foul. Man, they go back on the other end of the court, try to put up a shot, end up on the floor. Referee just running down to the other side. I'm like, man, come on now. We gonna do it like this. This what we doing. I know y'all want to win, but man, damn. Come on, come on, bro.
Bruh. That's why I think the women didn't even care. Like, look, we understand what was going on. We watched the game the day before. We seen the calls they was getting. You know what I'm saying? Like some calls y'all had to call because it was too blatant, too blatant.
Bruh.
But then
And this
we know y'all they would have blew these girls doors
this
out.
is how I know they was just keeping them in the game. United States shot 12 threes that game. Only hit two of them, the women. They was 2 out of 12 from three. 55% of the shots that France took was from three. Steven took almost 43s, dog.
Crazy.
And they was just chucking them hoes. So it wasn't like they had like some crazy percentage they was hitting. They was literally
Mm-hmm.
just chucking this shit, bro. They
Right.
tried to cheat, man. They tried to cheat, man. They show all them girls crying on TV. I was throwing my middle finger.
Yeah.
I was like, hell no. Nah. After they just tried to straight cheat for y'all to win, ain't no way. Nah. Go sit down. Go sit in second. I don't even want to hear that shit. Men's game two. Men's game two. Come on, bro. We're just
Hey
cheating
man,
shit.
Wimby was emotional, man. He was just emotional. You
I don't
know.
want to hear that shit.
Wimby just played, bro. He didn't do nothing wrong.
Exactly. He ain't
I
do
ain't
nothing
got nothing
wrong.
for
And he
Guess
was
Wimby.
what?
balling.
Nothing wrong.
He
Guess
was
what?
balling. He was balling.
Should have had 5 Wendy's. That's all I can tell you. Should have had 5 of them. Because
Yeah.
Hey,
we had a
you
Steph
saw it get
Curry
tight
and a
when it got
LeBron.
clutch time. It got tight for him.
How y'all feel about Jason Tatum now?
I don't feel no kind of way.
Jason
I
Tatum
really
got a
don't.
gold medal and a
He,
world
he got
championship in the
in
same
the
year.
same year.
Man,
And
everybody
a big
said
ass
Jason Tatum.
bag.
And a bag, and he the highest paid player in the NBA. I don't think he care. He like I think he care,
Everybody said he should feel disrespected.
but he should feel disrespected. Yep.
Should he?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Because I mean, to have an ego about yourself, yeah, you got to take it that way. I think you got
Why though?
Listen, because you got an ego. That's the only reason why. We know he shouldn't take it that way.
I'm saying, why should he feel disrespected? Because
He didn't play.
he did play.
He got in there.
He didn't play. You know what I
Listen.
mean?
Yes, he did. He had an opportunity.
He did.
And what did he do with said opportunity?
He played a little bit of defense. That's about.
He had a bad.
His shot was
performance
broke.
in
His shot was
Olympics,
broke.
Just was
Yeah,
bad.
yeah. And
I don't think he
hear
ever really
everybody's like,
discovered.
everybody was like, Steph Curry's shot was broke. I was like, I don't think nobody has a problem with Steph Curry starting over Jason Tatum. I don't care if the shot is broke.
Yeah, nobody has a problem with that at all.
No.
So that was my thing.
No.
Everybody's like, he couldn't have did what Derek White did. I'm like, Derek White is a guard. He's not a guard. As much as you want him to go
To
out
be a
there and
guard.
pretend to be a guard, he's
He's
not
a
a
three.
guard. Yeah,
He's a
it's
three.
just his position. His position was filled, bro. Like, ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, it's nothing wrong with that. And
We feel. Do you guys feel like Halliburton is better than Derek White?
Hell
yes.
no.
What? You
Oh,
don't
you
think
said it's better than Derek White?
Yes.
Oh, hell yeah.
But he got more burn.
So why is nobody screaming Tyrese Halliburton should be filled?
Because everybody's like Tyrese Halliburton is one of the younger dudes, so he really don't have.
Who gives a fuck if he's better?
Energy, and he comes off of injury, and so they're like, oh, they're treating him with kid gloves. You know what I'm saying? They're really not trying to play him like that. That's how they're trying to do him. But I highly doubt that as well, because he wouldn't. If he was really hurt, he wouldn't have been over there. So
I just feel like
exactly.
what they wanted of Derek White, they ain't the same thing that Halliburton is gonna give you. Like,
yeah,
and he didn't care. He just was happy to be on the team, bro.
Yeah, because they said it during the broadcast. They felt like Derek White was more of a fever type of player, and they can play him because he's going to have that fever type of game. So that's why they played him. And I agree too, because when you looked at him out there playing, like, yeah, you do look like one of them niggas. You look like one of them.
He's one of them niggas that don't give a fuck. He gonna distribute that shit because that's what he do. People is like, Jason Tatum could do that. No, that's not even his game.
No, that's not his game.
He looked uncomfortable when he had a chance because he wants to shoot, but he know like everybody gets a little passive because of all the names on the team, and when he shot, it was broke. He's not a catch and shooter as we can see because that thing was not fall. All he did was stand in the corner a lot.
Listen,
it just wasn't going down for him.
His deficiencies got highlighted in a game like this because he was unsure of himself. He didn't know what his true role was on the team because he felt like all the roles were filled.
And
what is my role on this team? He never really discovered that.
Yeah, it's different when you the clear-cut best player on the team, like he was when they won the world championship or when they won the last one. He was the clear-cut best player on the team. Now you not, bro. We naming 5 niggas off top that's probably better than you on the team. So, like you said, you gotta fit in the role, dog. And he's not gonna do what Derek White or Drew Holiday did. Run the offense, be out there, be able to run whatever sets they trying to do. No, like I said, this nigga gonna be looking for his shot. He ain't gonna be looking to set nobody else up. Steph can find his shot and still set other people up. LeBron can do the same thing. KD, to an extent, can do the same thing. Where does he fit in that?
And that's why I say he hasn't figured certain things out yet. Like, he doesn't know where to get. If he's not going, he doesn't know where to go and get going at. Like, what's your spot on the floor that, like, I know I'm gonna make this shot right here. Like, what is your spot?
Like, he shoot threes like that's his spot, but that ain't his spot.
That ain't your spot. That ain't your spot.
My thing was,
are you a mid-range? Like,
everybody was doing this thing to where, oh, well, he just won this, that, and the third. So what? This shit ain't about him and what he did in the NBA.
No.
This shit is about winning these 6 games and getting this gold medal, bro.
Yeah.
By any means necessary.
Period.
I don't got a 5 minutes for you, bro. That's why we play these exhibition games. Go out there and find your own minute.
Find your role. Find your niche. If your role is to be a defensive stopper, do that. Like, and that was the thing when certain players came into the game, they found, okay, well, this is what I can do. I ain't got to score. Even if I'm a scorer on my team, I'm a scorer. But on this team, maybe I'm the facilitator. You know what I'm saying?
But that's
That,
my thing. We already know he can't
yeah,
facilitate.
he's not that
We
guy.
already know that. That's
Yeah,
why
that's
they
why
got
they
Drew
had to get a point
Holiday.
guard. Yeah, that's why they had to get a point
That's
guard.
why they had to get a point guard. That's why. We know who the facilitator on his team was. We know who the backup facilitator of his team was. If that didn't work out, then we got Halliburton because he'll be the facilitator. You know what I'm saying? Like they had roles,
I
and
mean, LeBron
it
played
just,
point the most of the tournament. Like
yeah, I
he
mean,
actually
yeah,
was point.
yeah, he could be, but that was the difficult about part about playing him, because then who do I take off of the court? Am I going to take off my Swiss Army knife
You
who can
can't
do everything, even though he
you
old?
can't take the people off who know how to play off the ball. Steph Curry can play off the ball. Devin Booker can play off the ball. KD can play off the ball. Jason Tatum don't be playing off the ball.
No, he doesn't. He just waits for
He
his turn.
he hasn't gotten to that point in his game yet. That's what I'm saying. Like he hasn't got there, or he hasn't gotten to the point to where he knows I can get my shot off right here to get myself going. And that's the whole thing. That's the whole thing about it. His deficiencies showed up, and he just didn't know his role really. That was the thing, and that's okay. You still got you a gold
I
medal.
mean, I feel like this was the first time that he's been on a team with like
Mm-hmm.
stacked like that. That I
Mm-hmm.
don't know if he didn't know his role, but I feel like this is the first time like you've been on a team. And these dudes are old, and you kind of y'all respect them when y'all go to their individual teams, but them on a team all together is like, okay. He just didn't know what he was supposed to do, man. Maybe they weren't clear with him. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know,
No,
but he did
my
look like he just wasn't.
he he had his opportunity, bro. Like if you would
Yeah,
have
they
went
played
out
him
there,
all in the preseason to see, I
yeah,
guess,
if
who
he
was
would have
going to
been
be the
out
most
there,
viable.
like but this player that they hyping him up, I mean, they not hyping him, you know what I'm saying? Because he done earned every accolade that he got. He earned his contract.
Very true.
He earned first team all NBA. He the only first team all NBA player out there.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? They put you out there. You went 1 for 5 one game. You went like 2 for 7 another game. And you got some rebounds. And it was like, bro, them shots can go to KD or Steph Curry. And we can hope Steph Curry shit light up. Because you ain't going to tell me he was going to go doing that shit that Steph Curry did them last 2 games if we would just been sitting back waiting.
Yeah, because if you paying attention, you know what I'm saying? Whoever's playing point guard, I'm making sure I know what I got in this person. Let me make sure he gets this many shots so I can get him going. Because we all knew Steph Curry could shoot. We know we done seen it for thousands of years at this point. We know he can shoot. But they made sure, okay, he gonna get it going. I'm not worried about it. He wasn't worried about it. That's why when he made them shots, he was like, "Don't worry about me. Don't worry about me. I'm me.
Yeah, I'm going to
Don't
get it
worry
going,
about me."
dog.
Y'all keep talking about that I ain't making shots out here. These last 2 games, you motherfucking lie, nigga. I'ma splash this bitch in your eye. Listen,
My
I got you. That last 3, man, was ridiculous, man.
Oh yeah, that shit was super stupid.
I lost it. I
Yeah,
said,
that
man,
was the one where you knew it was over. You're like, oh,
bruh,
yeah, that's going in, too.
Like,
we are
bro,
watching this
like
game,
y'all
and
might
I'm
as well
like,
stop because he gonna come back down and do this shit again.
bruh, he gonna do it again. Bruh,
He gonna
we
do
watching the
this shit.
game. Kendra's like, oh, he's hot. I said, man, he gonna next time down court, Brian gonna give it right back to him. Like, shoot
Yep.
that bitch again. That's exactly what he did. Gave him back to him. KD like ball, ball, ball. I'm like, KD, put your hands down, nigga. He pulling this bitch. He pulled that motherfucker over them. I'm like, bang. I'm like, whoo. I lost it. I'm like, man, that was, hey,
Yeah, I was in the kitchen going crazy when
I
he did
lost
that.
it.
I can't
I
even
lost it
lie.
when he hit that last one. I'm like, I lost. I said, it's over. I don't need to see no more. Just let these boys go home. Let them go home. Put them to bed. Let them go home.
They
That
tried.
was ridiculous
Wemby
that he
Hey,
wanted
played
to
like that.
win.
Wimby told them the same thing. Jokic was telling Serbia. Hey, I'm telling y'all, bro. Shit ain't over till it's over.
Watch out. It's
They
gonna
was
be like an
trailing most of the
avalanche.
game though, but like the Serbia game was a little different because they was getting smoked,
They was getting
and
busy.
it
I
was
don't know,
ugly.
Blair.
They was getting busy.
What we
But when
said?
when he did
What have
this,
we been saying,
he
dog?
did this thing,
20 is nothing.
the,
That's what we've
bruh.
been saying. 20 is nothing.
And they was only
Yeah,
down
yeah.
what, 15?
Nowadays, especially the way everybody shoot threes, they made it up to 17, bro. It was like
17?
17 at the beginning of like the fourth. But in the fourth quarter, that's when you close the game out. Like you gotta, and them dudes went over, I think. Like they were
They was
They
going
went
terrible.
0 for
crazy on the
9 from 3.
Serbian bench, and dude did this to Steph, and all the rest of them. He was
That
doing
was
like three
Bogdan
ball.
kept throwing the Melo
Yeah.
fingers at Melo, bro. Like he was doing that to Melo on the front.
Mm-hmm. And then no, he did it in front of Steph too. And then like the bench was like clapping in Steph's face and shit. Steph was like, all right. 7 minutes
But he
started.
was already cooking. He was already
Yeah.
cooking in that Serbia game. Dude came out on fire.
Yeah. But that was the thing.
That was crazy.
Them last 7 minutes, everybody was like, all right. They really came together like the Avengers.
Yeah,
Like,
because
all right.
Serbia KD came through and was like, give it to me.
Bang.
Joel, get out the way. Like, nah, I don't need no pick, man. Move, bro. Go in, make a move. Give me your eyeball. Everybody like, oh, they like, yeah, that is the thing.
Mm-hmm.
These dudes can close. Like, they was having terrible shots, and then all of a sudden, when it was super time, like everybody started hitting their shots. They hit all the biggest shots they needed to hit to come back. Like, it was crazy.
That it was a great time. That it was a great time. Watching these Olympics was fun. Well, next Olympics, LA. We going, y'all?
Yep.
Sean, you down?
Go.
Yeah,
Sean
I'm with
said,
that
nope.
shit.
Like,
I'm high as hell, man. I'm chilling.
Oh man, I just know we gotta find out how much these tickets are. It's about to be ridiculous.
Hey, figure out which body parts you don't need because you don't have to sell.
Sell something to get there.
I'm trying to tell you, dog.
Moving on. I'm not sure if anybody heard, but the NFL season has started. It's our time of year, baby. It's our time of year.
Yeah.
NFL is back. They have had week 1 of the NFL preseason. Our fantasy teams are about to kick back up. We got to start doing some voting.
Win this year.
You know what I'm saying?
Back in the mix.
Things of that nature. Y'all know how we get down. So I'm gonna be honest with y'all. It didn't feel like it was football season, man. When the first game come on, I'm like, I didn't even realize we was just. I'm like,
that's
man,
because this year was the Olympics, and that takes like everything that's going on TV.
Yeah, it just paused. I mean, it just blow everything else out the water. And then when I seen the first preseason game, I'm like, oh shit, the preseason. I'm like, wait a minute, this ain't till. Well, dang, it is August. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Start next month, bro.
Okay. All right.
Big Steelers.
So I caught a little bit. Well, I caught a little bit of the Steelers game. I caught a little bit of the Bengals game. I need to go back and start rewatching some of these. I just want to ask Darius first because I'm sure he saw all of his game.
What up, cuz?
How you feeling about your boys, man? After one, I know it's preseason. How you feeling about them? Are you seeing anything that you like? Or are you seeing anything that you don't like?
I have seen the full game. I saw some good stuff and I saw some not good stuff, but it's what I expect to see in the preseason. Just what I want to see you make your mistakes, all that good stuff. Justin Fields, he played a little bit. I did like the fact that he was 5 for 6. He was throwing some dots. He also got sacked twice. And I agree with what Tomlin said. A lot of what I've been reading and seeing in clips in practice, it was like some of that shit was like, They'll need to keep working on it. Other than that, I thought it was okay. What else did I see? I saw some of the Vikings preseason games. JJ McCarthy did look good. That's tough on the injury, man.
Mm-hmm.
I tried to take a look at all the quarterbacks. I saw Bo Nix. I thought
Yeah,
he looked
Bo.
okay while he was playing. I didn't get to see Michael Penix, but I got to see Jaden Daniels. I thought he looked real good in his.
Hey,
And I
man.
saw Caleb Williams. I thought Caleb Williams looked good as well for his first preseason game. So I saw a lot of good stuff out there while I was watching.
Yeah, I saw a little bit of Caleb Williams. I seen he did look good. I seen I seen a little bit of the Justin stuff. I did see some of the things that he is bad habits that you develop, and hey, that's what happens when you on a bad team, big dog. Um, I've seen a little bit of the Bengals game. I'm liking what I'm seeing. Out of the Cincinnati Bengals, Joe played one series, got him a TD, walked out the field, just like how it's supposed to be. Be out there for one series and done. Um, I saw Jaden Daniels, a little bit of Jaden Daniels. He gave me a reason to be like, hey, he might be my Roy, man. He might be my preseason Roy, man. I don't know.
He did look good. He
He
did look
looking
pretty good.
fantastic. And I liked what I saw. I liked what I saw. I'm like, woo. Now, the only thing that scares me about Mr. Daniels is his size. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if he's gonna be
I
able
don't
to
know, man.
last
Shit.
all
If you're bigger
17
than
games.
Bryce Young, you're good, bro.
Yeah, I feel you there too. I feel you there too. I
Back
feel
there in
you
the
there.
road.
I ain't
Shout
gonna
out
lie
to
to
Bryce
you.
Young, man.
But I seen some of the preseason games. I want to see more this weekend. I think I'm gonna be able to watch a little bit more preseason games, just to see how the teams are looking, to know what teams I want to pick during the season. I think you can see a little bit of the warts and a little bit of things that teams are going to be a little bit better at during the preseason, but that changes from week to week, team to team, because then you start to have injuries, and then the whole team dynamic changes and how they look.
Congratulations.
So, and that's the thing. I do think you can get some value out of the preseason. I think the value that you get is the depth of certain teams. Like,
The bottom
okay,
part of the roster.
part of the roster. Like, okay, if this person goes down, when this guy comes in, he can kind of spell him. If this guy goes down, when this person comes in, he's trash. So if he gets hurt, he's trash. They got to find something else. They got to have another solution for that guy. You know what I'm saying? Because the big thing is backup quarterbacks. A lot of quarterbacks got injured last year, as we know, as fantasy owners. We had to we
Mhm.
had to scramble. We were scrambling for dudes you ain't never heard of. So
Y'all sure were, because
yeah,
I was holding.
hey man, hey.
Better
I
pick
don't
early.
listen. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not trying to end up with Jimmy Garoppolo again. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I don't want no parts of Jimmy G no more. That's all I'm saying. Because I know what's gonna happen. He gonna throw me four. He gonna throw for like 300 yards and 4 picks and 2 TDs, and I got 9 points. So there's that. But
Sound
that's
like
what I
Jimmy.
think you can get from the preseason. I think that's what people should watch is not so much the starters and how they look, or even the rookies. You just want to see if they're comfortable out there, um, getting comfortable out there with the said starters or something like that. But if they look bad during the preseason, like real bad, like they don't look comfortable, they don't look like they're getting the scheme, especially when you're talking about like the rookie quarterbacks. If they just don't look comfortable at all, that's a bad sign. But if you can see them like, oh, okay, he looks like he's progressing from even if they have a bad week one, okay, check them out in week two. Even if they have a good week one, they might have a bad week two because hey, this is a different team. They have different personnel. I think what you get from the preseason is depth. What do they have behind the starters? And that's what's going to dictate how good the team is. That's just how I feel about it. I don't think people look at that. That's just me. I don't know if Blair, if you feel like you get anything from preseason, but I do.
Cannot do that. I have been jaded in life by preseason, and the preseason doesn't mean anything. I can understand why people watch it. It's warm up for the regular season, but like, yeah, no. So for perspective, I don't know if this is when I gave up on the preseason, but this is kind of always stuck in my mind. The Detroit Lions went 4-0 in the preseason, and then they went 0-16 in a regular season. I don't care. I do not care. I'm sorry. That's how I heard. That's how I felt today. Preseason. Yes. The year they went 0-16, they were 4-0 in the preseason. Come
But I
on,
don't
man.
think.
Come on, man.
But
Come on, man.
I don't think when we're looking at preseason, I can't speak for everybody, but I think like when we're looking at the preseason, we're not looking at necessarily the win-loss record because the Ravens done them boys ain't lost in the preseason in like 4-5 years or something. They ain't won no championship because only one team gonna win the championship. So I feel like Chris said, like how Chris is like he's looking for depth in the thing. Like when I watch the Steelers, because you keep up with your team, I'm looking to see, do I see the stuff that I be seeing on these clips in practice and the stuff that they talking about in all of these articles? Not necessarily y'all going out here and beating them, but do I see the stuff that they say that you doing well? Like they saying Justin Fields' completion percentage was higher than how it was looking. Hey, he went out there and went 5 for 6, but he also went out there and was indecisive a couple of times and got his ass sacked. So it's like
the ball. I heard about the now. I'll just rather look at the numbers and kind of go from there. Like for one, I'm weird. So like I'm not saying the backup people don't have a place, but most of those dudes aren't starting week 1. So like me watching them and being like, this dude might be all right. And I never see that dude all season is like, yeah, no. I can understand, see trends and kind of see where your team is going. If you can like some backup players or you think some dudes look promising or they're cleaning up certain things. But I also feel like it's a huge difference between preseason and regular season.
Oh, yeah.
But I feel like a lot of those backup players do play, especially because we playing football. None of these niggas, most of these dudes not playing 100% of the snaps on their side of the ball. But besides quarterbacks, they spell out receivers, they spell out running backs, they definitely spell out linemen. So I feel like, especially on the defensive end, you got to see what these niggas putting out there. You gotta see, cause shit, hell yeah, I got fucking Nick Bosa over here. That nigga gonna get a lot of the burn, but this nigga gonna be tired. So when I put your ass out here for these
what you
fucking
gonna
8
look
plays,
like? I get it.
I need to know that your ass is gonna at least be able to, okay, the rest of the team can make up for what we may lose with Nick Bosa, or you can make a splash play, or nigga, you gotta be able to do something. I don't want it to be, oh shit, this nigga tired, fucking, and it's fucking 16-13, and I'm like, damn, I gotta get this nigga a break. All right, bro, go out there, and then you go get pancake for 3 plays straight.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Because I also look at the big thing. I look at the quarterbacks, but I don't necessarily look at the receivers. I really want to take a look at the rookies and how comfortable they look, especially like on defense, like because you know how we pick defensive ends and stuff like that for a defensive rookie of the year and stuff like that. I always want to look and see how they look against even the backups to see if they feel comfortable being out there. If they don't look comfortable or don't feel like, if I don't see with nothing with my eyes that look like something like he got a trait or he got something right there. If I don't see anything in that dude, something ain't right. Like the defensive end that we got last year from Clemson, I was just like, he got something, but he missing something, and he didn't do anything for the most part last season. And now it's a new season. I gotta look and see what he's looking like.
to attribute to your point, Blair, shit, we can see all of that shit, and guess what? That shit's still a crapshoot, man.
That's
You know
what I'm saying,
saying?
bro.
Yep.
It's
So
such a crap shoot.
Yep.
I understand what preseason is for, which is why the starters don't play as much, and they like ramp them up throughout the weeks, and then they play a little bit more on the
Yeah.
last game of the preseason, and that's usually like the final. Now that game I might look at, and I'm only watching the starters. Like I'm not watching when they sub out everybody, but I will watch like the starters play around week 4 because that's like the best dress rehearsal they're gonna have before the season starts. So you can kind of see what, because everybody playing their first team. You know, they're playing first team offense, first team defense at the last games just to kind of work the kinks out, get the feel of a real game in before you go into week 1. So I might watch a game towards the end of, but in the beginning, bro, when them dudes play like a drive or something weird like that, I'm like, yeah, I'm not watching that. Like, nah. And if I do, I'm watching that drive, and I'm like, well, got to go. Even if the backup is supposed to be good, most backups aren't. Like some backups have a good season, but like when you go backup offense, you got a backup quarterback in there. Like, yes, some of those receivers might get swapped in when dudes is tired here or there, but like that quarterback makes the most difference on the offense. It doesn't matter if those are all second string. Those dudes are actually going to play. The only dude who's really not going to play in the season is the second string quarterback if the quarterback doesn't get hurt.
Yeah, see, I feel like the most important positions that and during the preseason you need to watch are the collision positions, which are like offense and defensive line, linebackers. Now, I think you need to watch the wide receivers too, because during the season, a lot of the wide receivers go down. Even the star receivers, they'll go down. So you need to watch like that third and fourth guy to see like, okay, is he any good? So when
I
That's what
think
I'm
you
saying.
watch them
Like
more
those dudes,
now.
yeah,
those
you think
dudes
you
will
watch
get
them norm
in.
out because the game has changed. Like back in the day,
Yeah,
it was
because of
it
how
was
the
definitely
game is.
heavily
Yeah.
offensive defensive line, but now since the game has changed and we're more pass heavy, you don't really look at the offensive line like that. You do, but you look more at the wide receivers. Like, okay, these dudes be getting hurt more often now because they're getting more opportunities to get hurt. So you need to see who the third and fourth and fifth receiver are, fifth receiver is, just to see if he's any good when the third wide receiver goes down, or the second receiver goes down, or the star receiver goes down, or whatever the case may be.
And I think it depends. It depends on your team and your situation too. Like
Mm-hmm.
I've been seeing this shit go around about Aaron Rodgers and shit. This nigga need to play.
Oh yeah, he need to play. He need to play.
Yeah, I ain't saying this nigga need to go out there and play a whole preseason game, but
Play a series.
this notion like,
He'll probably
oh, I
play.
don't need
He'll
to go
probably
out
play
there.
week 4 on the tune-up.
See, they talking like this nigga might not play at all.
Yeah, I
in the
know. That's what
preseason.
Salo was saying. Is like they probably won't play.
And I'm like, no,
like they held him
no.
out in the rainy practice and all of that. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, he got to get out there. This man ain't played football in a year, bro.
In a year.
He has to get out there. You got to get out there and move. It has to become real. Even if it's in the preseason,
You
this
got to
is
get the
going to be,
speed.
yes, this is going to be the closest you going to get to a full-blown speed of a game.
Mm-hmm.
And even like you said, if it's just for two series, maybe you put them in 3 series in the 4th game. I understand, you don't want him to get hurt, but you got to get out there and see what he going to do. See if he comfortable moving around on that thing. Because just like the Jets, they don't got no contingency plan, nigga. Who the backup now?
Buddy.
I couldn't. Yeah, it's another
man.
buddy.
Exactly.
It's another buddy.
Buddy, man.
And they loaded though.
Knew it
I
was
really
Buddy.
like the Jets this year. They are loaded. They are a loaded team. I like the running back
What do y'all feel
situation.
about the halos, the halo wrap, the helmet wrap things the dude's been wearing?
I feel like it's okay if you want to wear it.
If that's what you into,
I feel
dog.
like, hey, bro, my man was like, I ain't had no headache after the game, so I'm cool. Like, I don't care if you laugh at me, bro. It's fine. That's what the lineman said. They asked him how he felt about it. He was like, I didn't have a headache after the game, so I'm good.
If it doesn't alter the way that they gotta play, like how the rules do, then I'm absolutely okay with it. They still down there banging because it's a collision sport. There's no way you're gonna get around that. But they
No.
still down there banging. You like, how you feel? Like shit. Well, head feel better than it feel usually after a game. I don't understand why we don't be like, all right, all these niggas about to wear it.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to do
Because
some shit talking about you making the game
care
safer,
about fashion.
I don't give a fuck, nigga. You got a helmet on. Nobody know what you look like till you take that bitch off, dog. That's why it's so hard to market football
Mhm.
players. Nobody know what you look like with this helmet on. It
Right.
ain't gonna make no difference. Nobody ever looked at a helmet and was like, "Yeah, that's Debo Samuel."
Get-
Debo got a blacked out screen on his helmet.
Okay,
Don't he do
that
Mhm.
nigga do his chin strap just like that. No, nigga, we know what your number is.
Yep.
So
For the
if
most
it's
part.
something that literally is benefiting people, that's the type of shit you should be like, all right, we're gonna implement this the helmets that y'all niggas wearing, cause they
Well,
have
they
shown
just
that,
approved
hey,
it for this year. Like, so last year, I think it was approved for just the preseason or something like that. But this year they approved, no, for practice. But this year they approved them to wear them in the preseason and I think the regular season.
my thing is shit, they ain't even hitting that practice.
They took a lot of that out just to, slow down the injuries.
And y'all know I feel like that's part of the reason why niggas is getting hurt.
Yep. It is.
Cause you're not hitting that practice. I ain't saying, of course, you're not gonna go 100 miles an hour at practice to try to hurt somebody, but you're going to tackle at practice because you play a violent ass sport. Your body gotta be used to taking punishment. I'm like,
I
that's
agree.
why boxers spar people. They don't just get in that bitch and not get hit.
That's a good analogy. I like that analogy. That's a very good analogy.
All
Most
right, let me
definitely.
jump in here, man. So we wasn't even really supposed to be talking about football. You were just saying, I mean, not football, but NFL. So I've been checking out all of football. So I've been checking out the Big Ten Network where they go behind the scenes, going to the practices and all that stuff. The
Mhm.
ACC. So
I have
I'm
to.
looking forward to more. For me, I'm more excited about college football this year than I am in the NFL. Reason why I say that, not just because like my son, like this would be like his junior year. So a lot of these guys he went to school with, so we excited about that. So big shout out to college NCAA, EA Sports
For
joint.
sure.
That shit fun. But
Amazing.
Okay.
yeah,
Super
yeah, yeah.
Amazing.
They did their thing this year.
I'm
I
the
am.
king.
Oh shit now. But I did see that. I did see the Pittsburgh Steelers game. Not to
Mhm.
defend Justin, but a lot of those fumbles was coming off of the center. I don't know
Yeah.
if y'all seen it like that, but
I
yeah, a
agree
lot.
with that. That's why I mentioned the sacks. I ain't mentioned
Okay,
the
okay,
fumbles.
Mhm.
okay. So yeah, that was with that. And personally, I didn't like how Joe Burrow looked the other night.
Really?
Mm.
I really didn't. I still feel as if he's still a little shaky to me, bro. I think you know how somebody being timid, like say you about to fight somebody and they just bouncing and like they ain't ready to swing. He seemed a little like he ain't ready yet. So what basically what y'all
Mhm.
was saying about Aaron Rodgers is how I feel with Joe. I think Joe need to get more reps too.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Because if
Okay.
you really think about it, they really kind of and it's smart, but they cater to Joe to a fact to where if Joe ain't on the squad, we probably gonna lose the game. My thing is he need to get used to hits. He need to get used to being in that pocket. He got to get used to his new line because they've been shuffling up that line since that man been on the team.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And it takes a lot for a quarterback and a lineman. I don't know if you buying them dudes new cleats, taking them out to eat, getting them a steak,
Buy them
get them a
watches.
grill. Yeah, you got to really
Watches.
get to know a lot of those guys. When you got vets that's coming as free agents, you definitely got to sit there and have conversations, go over the book, the playbook, and everything like that with them. I just think I feel as if the same way y'all guys feel about with Aaron Rodgers. But actually, like I said, back to college football, it's a lot of big games that's gonna be happening week one. That Clemson game is gonna be huge.
Mhm.
That Notre Dame game is gonna be huge. It's a
Mhm.
lot of big games. I know y'all don't really like Notre Dame, but You know, we in
I still
America.
watch them. I just feel like they fucking overrated this stuff.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think that's
I agree
true.
with you.
I do want to ask you this question too, Sean. How do you feel like the Pac-12 teams, since they're now coming over into the Big Ten, are going to fare in the Big Ten because of the styles of play are totally different?
I think it's getting everybody more pro ready, and it's more of a dominant, like a AFC versus NFC type thing. You got the
Mhm.
Big Ten versus SEC. You look at the draft every year. The majority coming from those two conferences. I think the ACC
I
is going to be more focused on basketball. You know what I'm saying? But far as football go, I think it's going to be challenging because I don't think. Hold on. Let me rephrase that. For schools like Michigan, Ohio State, they tend to recruit guys nationally. So 15, 20 years ago, Ohio State also had that problem where they only got guys that was big grunts from the Midwest, and you know what I'm saying, some Kentucky guys, big country cornbread dudes. But they had to go get that speed. That's why we was losing to Florida and those type of schools. But now those top tier schools like Michigan, Ohio State, that's in the Big Ten, they getting that speed from even California and Florida. So
Mhm.
I say it's more of a pro style because when they go against each other, yes, true indeed. You're gonna have different and playing style, but it's just gonna be just like you getting these boys ready for the NFL. They are more getting ready for the NFL than anything. So not just marketing, but that would be my spiel if I was a head coach. Not just marketing or promoting your brand and traveling. Because hey, this weekend you might be in Oregon, and then you back. I mean, it's coast to coast with the Big Ten because you go all
Yeah,
the
it's
way to
coast to coast
Jersey with
now.
Rutgers,
Yep, to New
and
York.
you go all the way up to Washington, Seattle, Washington with the Washington
Oregon.
Huskies. So
Hmm.
you got California, you got UCLA, USC. I mean, you got big schools that's coming. Also, even with the SEC too, you
Hmm.
got them Texas boys, Oklahoma's boys in the SEC.
Hmm.
So that's what I'm saying. It actually promotes the brand even bigger because people, when you watch college sports, you can even look at the crowd. It's more energy. You watch the NBA game, they chilling, they drinking, they cooling. You watch the NCAA game, they jumping around, no shirts on, paint all on their face. It's wild. So it just bring more excitement to the game for me. To even mix in those two different styles. But yeah, I'm super excited, man. I want to see a lot of guys that's local, man. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I followed a lot of high school sports. It's a lot of local talent, and I'm talking about the Carolinas. Period. It's a
Yeah.
lot of local guys that's gonna be in this draft this year coming up,
Yeah, the
and
number
it
one the number one lineman in the country that's still in high school right now is about to decide where he's going to go to school, and he lives in Charlotte. I forgot what school he goes to in high school, but
he
he
supposed to
li-
be going to Providence Day.
I
yeah, I think so.
I like I like what you said, Sean. I think to add to that this could be like a shift in the college football landscape.
Uh-oh.
And I think that because of the mix of teams that it's gonna be, I
Hmm.
feel like, and the way that football is going in particular, it's not going in the way of what we've known the powerhouse to be anymore. Big bad SEC,
Right.
nasty defense, whatever, whatever. Now you got to be able to score the ball. You got to be able to score the ball. I feel like the SEC is a little behind the ball on that, aside from Georgia. So I feel like the style of play that a Oregon and a Washington plays and stuff like that, and just like how y'all are gonna benefit from those type of recruits. Now Oregon's gonna be able to get those type of defensive recruits that Ohio State and Michigan get. A Washington gonna be able to get some of those recruits. A USC gonna be able to get some of them recruits. So it's gonna create like a nice mix. And it's also, especially for the Big Ten, You ain't gonna feel like you know what the outcome is gonna be at the end of every
Mhm.
year. I feel like no more. I don't feel like it's just gonna be. Well, we waiting to see who went out of Ohio State, Michigan, and that's
Yeah.
just gonna be it. Feel like nah, and that shit does a lot. That shit is gonna
Mhm.
do a lot, and for schools
I
that
think they're
already
gonna
have made
allow. I
names for
mean,
themselves.
but that's why it's good to have this playoff system because a
Mhm.
lot of conferences might even have 3 losses and still make the playoffs
Mhm.
because the talent level is so high. If I'm ranked number 6 in the country and I got 3 losses, you gonna tell me I can't be in the playoff? That's crazy because you might have lost to the number 1 team in the country and the number 3 team in the country. You get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Why would I get kicked? And you
But
might have only lost by a touchdown.
I don't know, dog. I don't know. I was on that college football. I was number 10 in the country. We didn't even make it. But it
Your
was
strength
like
of
I was
schedule.
saying,
Who was you playing
but,
with?
bruh, I was in the Big Ten.
What
You
school
must
was
you
it?
must have some weak. You must have some
I
tune up
had
games.
Oregon.
He had
No,
the
bruh.
Duckaroos.
I played everybody, bruh. I played that year. I played Michigan. I played Michigan State. I played Ohio State. I played USC, and I played Penn State.
So for your defense, I'm
And
gonna, I'm gonna tell
and
EA
four
Sports
of them
this and
five
Blake.
games was road games. I lost one on the road. It was to Penn State, and they was the number 1 team in the country.
Yeah, they crowd be getting crazy on the game
Crazy. Crazy.
and in real life.
And in real life. It's one of the toughest places to play in the country, period. So I think it's gonna be interesting, man. I think I'm really excited for college football as well. Um,
Oh,
I'm interested in go ahead, Darius.
how do you two guys feel about the preseason ranking and y'all being ranked number 2?
I'm
Hey,
fine with
but
that.
hold on. We rank number 2, but if you look at the like FanDuel, the bets, we are tagged all the way hands down. We 350 and 350 with them on winning the national championship. So I would take that too. You got to give it to the guys. You know what I'm saying? Georgia, I don't know. I ain't gonna say it's a SEC bias, but I
Mm-hmm.
mean, it is what it is, man. I mean, if you look at the last 5, 6 years, it's just like how Alabama was.
Mm-hmm.
And it's okay to be that guy that's second because if you do lose early, like Ohio State lose to Oregon, we might only drop down maybe 3 or 4 spots. You get what I'm
I don't
saying?
know.
Yeah.
I don't know but won't you drop down farther? You think just because of that line that you just said? Most people feel like y'all are as good as Georgia. Somebody got to be number 1, so they giving them the credit. So they may feel like, bruh, your loss to Oregon could be just as big as Georgia losing to Oregon.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I don't feel bad about us being number 2, and the reason why we're being number 2, because both of us is just as talented, but they chose the school that has a returning starter coming back that played with them last year.
Well,
So
quarterback.
yeah, they got their starting quarterback is coming back with Georgia.
So
Our
who is y'all quarterback supposed to be? Is
it's
it Buddy on the game?
it's looking like it's going to be Will Howard.
Buddy on the
Okay.
game.
Yes.
It
Well,
might be
Howard,
Devin Brown.
It might be Devin Brown, but from what all accounts, from what I'm reading, what I'm seeing in interviews, um, first thing I want to say is for the first time in like I want to say since Urban Meyer was there, this is the first time even since like some like the Big Ten Network was coming and they went to like the different practices and stuff like that. They was like, this is the most physical practice I've ever been to for an Ohio State practice in years, probably since Urban Meyer was here. Like this was super physical, and they had like a lot of offensive linemen sick, and they still was going hard. Like I never thought I would. I've never seen anybody practicing like that. Like I haven't seen people practice like that, and they practice for a long time, but they don't do 2 days anymore. I was like, but they made sure to say that because, problems. So I like that. I like that. And that they're practicing that way. And from all the players are coming out and they're just saying, listen, at this point, we all came back to win is an iron sharpens iron type of situation. We don't care who's out there. It could be your backup. It could be you. We going just as hard. I don't care. It could be my backup. It can be whoever. We going just as hard. I like to see that, but I don't have a problem with them being number two. I would have put them number two because I don't know what I'm getting for Will Howard. I can only see from what I've seen when he was at Kansas. Understand that, hey, this ain't Kansas. And I'm sure he realized that the first day he was here. Like he got up in here and they asking him questions. And I will say this though, Darius, about the quarterback. When they asked him questions when he first got there, and to where when they asked him questions just literally like last week, it's like night and day. This dude, when he came in here, like, yeah, you seen he was timid. He didn't really want to say anything. And they're like, well, what do you think about the talent? He's like, man, I got players everywhere. You know, I'm over, like, I'm underthrowing guys, and I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And I've seen a lot of the analysts saying, like, well, he's just not used to playing with this level of talent because he was at Kansas. He was at Kansas. This is a different level. If he don't raise his game, he just ain't gonna play here. No matter what they done gave you in the transfer portal, they don't care. They listen. Whatever they gave you, you will sit on the bench because you will get this man fired at this point. That's just what it is. And when they interviewed him, literally like last week, I watched the interview. He looked a lot more confident. He looks sure of himself. They asked him like, "Hey, what do you think about the receivers and stuff?" He's like, "Listen, man, I don't have to win the game by myself. I understand that. I literally just have to drive the car. I just have to drive the car. I have everything that I need. There's nothing that I don't have on this team. All I have to do, I don't have to be the superstar. I just need to drive the car and not wreck it." And I was like, that's the whole point. And it was like, well, what do you think about for the Michigan game? He's like, listen, we here to beat them, period, point blank. But that's not what I'm just here for. Just that. I'm here to win it all. But I ain't got to do it all by myself. I got superstars everywhere. I was like, thank you. It's not like Kyle McCord and he out there like, well, it's just another game. It is not just another game, sir. Take your ass to Syracuse because you don't understand. You've been here for too long to just say
It's
it's
just
just
another
another game.
game,
It's
man.
not just
It's
another
the
game.
next
If it was
game
just
on the
another game,
schedule, bruh.
if it was just another game, you wouldn't be at Syracuse right now. Therefore, you went in there with your daddy. If people don't know, you went in Ryan Day's offense with your daddy. Like, hey, is my spot guaranteed next year? Ryan Day told your ass, no, it is not, nigga. You lost to Michigan. Period. Point blank. And you was a big reason why we lost. You got to, hey, you go either you gonna
Blair
compete
don't really
or
see
you can go.
Blair don't really see a problem with y'all losing to Michigan.
Hey, of course he doesn't. And listen, he knows everything. He got all the bragging rights. He got all the bragging rights. He know he's won 3 years in a row. It's all good.
Mm,
He deserves
mm,
every victory lap that he's gotten. That is great.
mm.
Even though all of the little circumstantial things that done happen, it doesn't even matter.
Any of that
Even
stuff
though
happened during the football game. Shut
even
up.
though, even though
Shut
it
up.
is what it is,
None
man.
of it
It
happened
is
during
what
the
it is.
football game.
It
Shut
is
up.
what it is. It is what it
I
is.
don't want to hear that.
He deserves all his. Hey, he got it. I can't say nothing. He got it. I'm
You
just
go
speaking on what's
trying.
going on this year. This year, it looks to be that they've
So if they
corrected.
lose to this year's team, is Ryan Day fired?
Um,
Yes.
I'm
Hey.
going to say no. I'm
Why
going
is
to say no.
that?
Here's why. Here's why. So say they're undefeated and Michigan is not undefeated, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they end up losing to Michigan by a field goal, or say a call that everybody knows it was a bad call or whatever, and
Whatever,
they
man,
lost.
they lose.
Whatever,
Let's
they
just say
lost,
they lose.
right? But they still in the playoffs. If they win a national championship, is he fired? No.
No.
And that's what I'm saying. So I don't see
If
a
he
scenario
loses and they don't win a national
if
championship,
he
he gets
loses
He's
fired.
and
out
they
of here.
don't win a national championship, say they're in the national championship game, I don't think he's fired.
Man.
But if he loses and they're not even in the national championship game, he might be searching for a new job.
And who
Might.
Let
y'all
me
gonna
be
hire?
in on this, man.
Yeah,
See, I done seen Cooper. I done seen Tressel. I done seen Irvin.
this is an overreaction, sir.
It's not an overreaction. You gotta. This is what I'm saying. This is just coming from all my years of watching this game, bro.
Yeah,
This is the game. Like this is quote unquote the game.
Mhm.
You don't say the game. When they do this rivalry shit, this is one of the top games that come up. This is on your this is what goes on your resume for life. We got rid of Woody Hayes, some of the best college brains of all time, for losing this fucking game. What is he? He ain't no different.
Hey,
But I
we ain't
agree what
saying
you
that was a
said
good
for us
decision
making it to
either.
the championship. Yes, I get it. But you can't keep on losing 4 years in a row. That means your whole damn recruiting. All them niggas, they whole time, they been there since freshmen, can't say they beat a Michigan game. You gotta go.
Mhm.
Now you make it to the championship and you lose. I get it. Yeah, you make it to the championship. You just can't beat Michigan. But you don't make it to the championship and you lose to Michigan. You gotta go, bro, because it's just a higher pedestal. I love you, brother, with all my heart.
That's what
I
I
kill
said
something for
though.
you and everything.
I said the
But
same thing.
I said I agree, but this is what
Okay.
I'm saying, and I hate this shit. This go for all parents in the world. I hate going to these fucking games and teams loses and the people be like, "Oh, it's all right, we get them next time." No, fuck that, man. Fuck, I'm not clapping for your little ass. Your ass just got your ass beat. You know what I'm saying? It ain't you. No, 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 no. I want to see you crying. I want to see you mad. So
Mm-hmm.
next year when you dress, you go out there and beat their ass. You can't tell me 4 years in a row you didn't cry one time or had that feeling in your stomach that you want to go out there and beat them niggas. So if you ain't driving that through your players, your ass gotta go.
You got to go.
Got to go.
I said the
That,
exact same
Dang,
thing.
that's it.
who gonna
And
replace him?
That's what you got to figure
that
out.
is key. But the thing is, when you are a high profile team like that, you will get somebody.
Yeah, this is,
I'm not worried. I was concerned when we brought him in. I'm like, who the fuck is Ryan Day?
and then he
You know what
showed.
I'm saying?
I remember that. Yeah.
But see, the thing is, I said the same thing, but they handpicked that man. Urban handpicked him, like, hey, he's been the dude that been running this offense for all the years that we've been good. So trust me, he's that guy. But I feel like the next step is you have if you go move on from Ryan Day, because right now he still has, I think either he has the highest winning percentage or he's like second or third now that Nick Saban is gone of any college coach that's doing it besides him. It's him and Buddy from Georgia, Kirby Smart. They have the
Not what's the
highest
name
winning
from
percentage.
Clemson?
No, hell no. No, he's not on. He's not on
Nah,
the
they
list.
lost a lot in the last couple of
He's not on the list anymore, Sean. He's not on the list. And so if they do get rid of Ryan Day, I feel like they're going to try to go after a big name NFL type of guy or like a legend in the game or somebody like that. That's the only way, or somebody that has been proven to be like they have to go if Ryan Day is no longer the coach, they have to go and try to get like a Mike Vrabel or somebody like of that
Mike
ilk.
Vrabel?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They will have to go and get somebody like we all know Mike Vrabel will be a very good coach. He probably should be still coaching the Titans, but he want to win and they don't. So
You think Mike Vrabel gonna be able to go out there and put up the 40 points a game that y'all be putting up?
I think that it won't
He
be a
won't call
40.
no
Fuck
offense.
no.
No. I'm not saying that
He ain't beating
he's gonna
Michigan
go out
either.
there and hit 40 points, but I think he gonna have them beating Michigan.
Hell no, man.
I bet you
But
he
then if
would.
you beat Michigan and then y'all going fucking 8-4, then what?
But that's what I'm saying. But I don't think we're
Y'all
gonna be
good.
going 8 and
So you
4.
would rather you
I'm
man,
saying the
Mike
level of
Mike
coach that they will
Vrabel
have to
ain't
go after.
taking the Buckeyes to no championship, I don't think. But I'm like, you gonna need somebody
So
who's
you don't think Mike Vrabel is
been.
a good coach?
I do think he's a good coach,
We can
and I
get
think he,
Saban. He's a Buckeye.
bro. The
He ain't coming
time
back,
has
Sean.
passed
He's
Nick
not coming back.
Saban,
He's
bro.
not coming
He
back.
the
He's not
game
coming back.
has passed him, bro. The game has passed him. And so that's why I'm like, bro, all these dudes just signed. All these
It's
coaches
somebody
just
out there.
signed.
We'll
And then they
get
come
Eric
in.
Bieniemy. What's happening, Eric? We'll call Eric.
Eric can't
And
go
then
on
he
Ohio
go in
State.
there, and then he go in there, and let's say he beat Michigan, but then y'all don't make it to the championship. Y'all just gonna be like, well, at least we beat Michigan,
Nope,
and then the
nope,
team,
nope, nope,
and then the
nope, nope,
team
nope, nope, nope,
underachieved
nope,
like a
nope,
motherfucker.
nope, nope. We ain't that kind of
So,
program. You know
so
it.
if Ryan Day, if Ryan Day go this year and beat Michigan, but y'all don't make the national championship, is he fired?
No,
I wouldn't think they'll fire him.
no, they're not gonna fire him.
That's literally what I just said about the next coach.
No,
It's a
no.
little bit different because he has a tell of the tape, like Chris was saying, with his winning percentage and stuff. So it's kind of hard to start all over when you at least see progress.
Bruh. But y'all gonna throw him out if he lose to Michigan this year?
If he
Wasn't
loses
Ohio
Michigan, don't
State
make
like
it
good the year before he got hired?
What was we 2018?
They were good, and then he
We were
handed
still
off
good.
a program
We won the Rose
that
Bowl that
was
season.
already made.
Yeah, we
for
won the
Ryan
Rose Bowl
Day.
that season. Yeah, we won the Rose Bowl the year before he was the head coach. Urban stepped away.
Yeah, Urban stepped away because he got sick.
Urban stepped away because they did some stuff with his assistant coach. Excuse me, did something that it turned out that it wasn't, but they made a big story of it, and he was like, "I'm gonna step away. This is too much." Basically, that's just what it was.
Yeah, his assistant was beating on his wife or something.
Yeah, and then it turned out they said that he didn't actually do it, but it was too late. They had already ran the story, and his name didn't get cleared until like a whole year and a half later. But the whole point of it is, I don't think that nothing's going to happen to Ryan Day. We understand what is on the line from him.
Mm-hmm.
He can't have both things happen. He can't lose to Michigan and not win the national championship.
Right.
I think when he beats Michigan, then okay, next step is okay,
Win the
now let's go
championship.
get it. You know what I'm saying? Now let's go
Right.
let's go
I
get
agree.
let's go get it. And I think
No, man, you can't squander this talent
I
just to
understand.
beat
I agree.
Michigan.
I agree with you, but we all know that the most talented teams don't always win a national championship. It's sometimes, and this is a different format too, where teams that we thought that get better at the end of the year, if they was in a playoff format like we have now, they probably will win it all because they're like, man, they rolling just like in the NFL. We have teams that get in the wild card and win it all. You know what I'm saying? Like you've been a part of that with the Steelers being a wild card, and then all of a sudden they in the Super Bowl holding up the trophy.
Yeah, you're making a lot of sense tonight.
It's gonna be.
Chris.
I think it's gonna be the same thing with the college football thing. It's gonna be a team that's gonna be possibly dominant throughout the entire season, and they're gonna have another team that's over here who grew as a team. They came together. They only lost 1 or 2 games, and they made it through the playoffs. They upset the other undefeated team, and now they playing against the big bad wolf in Ohio State.
Man, I ain't disagreeing with none of what you just said. What I'm saying is, you literally just put beating Michigan over what is expected of this team, and you was cool with that. Come on, man.
Darius.
Come on, dog.
Darius.
Come on. You and Sean.
Darius. I am not the only one who kind of feels like that's right now. At this point right now, this is
Bro,
that is it.
I man, if you
that
go
is
to
it.
a
That's
damn
the first
bar
step
in Columbus, Ohio on High Street, the main game is to beat Michigan. First and foremost. You go to Ann Arbor, you go get your hair cut, and it's in November. They ain't talking about Michigan State game. They ain't talking about playing Indiana. They talking about beating them Buckeyes.
Period.
It ain't nothing else to talk about. Hey, what bowl y'all think y'all gonna be in? We ain't thinking that far ahead. We want to beat those guys first.
Yes.
Once that game is gone, then we talk about the other.
Then we can talk about the other shit.
Yeah.
How many years he done lost to Michigan?
3
in a row.
How many years y'all had lost, Blair?
Like 10.
You mean in a row? They had lost 7 in a row
7
before
maybe.
he.
How many?
Then they had
How many of them
It
Harbaugh
was
had lost?
7.
7, I think.
No,
Harbaugh
no,
was
he lost more. He lost 7 to. Did he lose 7 to Urban Meyer?
no,
Jim
bro.
Harbaugh?
He
Yeah,
lost 7 of them though.
I
He
think he
lost
lost 7 in a row because I know he lost to Ryan Day the first year too,
and then won the last 3.
and then they had COVID, so they didn't play because they said they didn't have enough players to play that game, which was crazy. Then
Hey,
they
man.
won 3 in a
preseason,
row.
man.
It is what
All
it
I'm
is.
saying is, hey, if Jim Harbaugh can lose 7, then beat him to win
Nah,
a ship. Hey, Ryan, they can go
It's a
out there.
different
Ain't
expectation, man.
like y'all, bro.
we
Ain't
different
like y'all was
universities,
winning.
dog.
You
We
act
different.
like y'all was running off ships anyway.
You right. That's fair. That's fair. I feel what you're saying.
Jim Harbaugh was 3-5. He lost 5 games.
He lost 5 of them things.
He lost 5. Yeah.
Yeah,
3 and
5 in a
5.
row. 5 in a row. Okay.
It's not
It
This
like
man
y'all
felt
is
like
just.
it was
0 and
longer than that.
3.
Huh?
It's not like y'all just running off championships. Y'all ain't won a championship in 10 years.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's been a minute.
That's because we lose that game.
that's because we lose
No,
that
it
game.
ain't, bro. In them
We
10 years, y'all
listen.
done won that
We've been
game.
in the national
We lost
in
to
those 10
Georgia
years.
because of that damn kick.
There you go. That would have been one. Then the year before, we lost to was that the year before we lost to Alabama?
We lost to Bama the
in
year before
2020.
that.
In 2020, we lost to Bama in the national championship. Then we lost to Georgia.
We
And
always in the running though. I'll give
obviously,
it to you. Yeah, we
I
ain't won in
stopped.
about 10 years, but we in that bitch.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Y'all
that's what he's
in there.
saying.
So,
And
so
this is
that's
what
what
I
I'm
be saying about
saying.
Brian Day.
You gotta keep them. You gotta keep them. You can't just base it. I understand this is the game for y'all, but you can't just
Hey,
base
listen
it
to it like
off the game.
let's talk like this is a regular business. Say you the owner, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you got a quota, you got a goal every fucking day. You gotta meet every fucking day. Not every
Right.
other year. Every day you gotta meet, let's say 500. And this nigga falls, he do all that shit, but you fall short $4.99 every day. This is the 5th year. I mean, 5th day. Here go Friday. You ain't gonna bring Buddy in the office and say, "Hey, man, we gotta talk about this shit, man. You got to meet the goal now, buddy. You came in here to win this fucking game.
Hold on.
Yeah, we done been in the
So
playoffs.
hold on. So I'm looking at this at a business. I'm looking at what everybody else doing, because I'm getting $4.99. These niggas over here supposed to be being the best. If they trying to get the same 500, shit, these niggas getting 350. These niggas getting 285. My nigga is getting $4.99. You want me to trade him out for a nigga? I feel like, well, he getting 280 right now, but I think he can get me that 500 right there. Especially if that shit ain't fucking up my bottom line. I'm still making a profit. Like you said, you ain't winning. You ain't the top company, but you steady top 2, top 3 with this nigga doing $4.99.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. It's
You gonna throw him out
different.
and get what?
It's different when it's just so crazy, man. I can't really explain it. It's just, man, one of those things you just got to do. Like your wife say, "Hey, you can do whatever you want to do, just don't cheat on me, nigga." You know what I'm saying? This nigga cheating. This nigga cheating. You can do whatever you want to do, but just don't cheat on me, nigga.
That's
This
really
nigga
that's
he
a good
can't get
analogy.
right.
That's a good analogy.
He can't get right. That's my thing. And I like Ryan Day. Very, very nice offensive minded coach.
Great.
Yes, very, very good. He has all, and
He got
the
everything.
thing is, and this is just the tail of the tape. Nigga, you got all the talent in every single position.
Almost.
And Michigan lost 20-something players, dog.
40.
Come on now.
They lost like most of the team, bro.
40.
Like all
So
of
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
team,
What's
yeah.
gonna be your excuse this time?
Hey,
Let's do
so
it right now,
Michigan
Chris.
can't be good?
Chris, let's keep it real. What will be our excuse not to beat them this year? We
We
just
ain't got
doing
one.
some. We ain't got one.
We ain't got one.
I will go out and say I'll wear a whole Michigan outfit. We don't beat them boys this year. From
Oh,
You
head
taking
to
that bet,
toe.
Blair? You taking
Just
that bet,
said, ain't
Blair?
no bet. He just said
Please
he'll
take
do
it.
it. That's it. It's booked.
It's booked.
He
I'm a
just
man of my
said, I
word.
will wear a
I'll buy a
Michigan
hat,
outfit.
Hey,
shirt.
wait a
Top to
minute,
bottom.
wait a minute. I need to
Hold
make
It's a
sure.
on.
match.
Hold on,
Blair,
guys. Hold on, guys.
Blair, them boys got
hold
to
on,
go
guys.
out together, man. They
Hold
brothers.
on, guys. Hold on. I gotta make sure. I gotta
Chris
make
is
sure.
trying
Hold
to
on,
kill it
guys.
already.
We
Like,
just
hold
nah,
on.
said,
you already
Chris.
Nah.
killed it.
Hold on.
just
Hold
Chris,
on,
It
guys.
don't
Hold on.
matter,
Chris,
bro. He
Wait a
said
minute.
it don't
Chris,
Wait a
y'all
minute.
got to
matter.
do it
Time
together,
out.
Chris
Time
said
man.
out.
don't
Time out.
do it this year. He's
Hold
wearing
on.
an
Y'all
all
got to do
Michigan
it
outfit
together, Chris.
the very
Hold on.
next week. That's
Hold
it.
And he
on.
better be fired if he don't do it.
Give me
I'm
1
looking
second,
for him.
Sean. I know you just said
I
you
ain't
was high
never,
as hell.
I ain't never even wore those colors together.
Nah,
I know you
nah,
just said you was
nah.
high
We
as
ain't
hell.
doing
Are
that.
we
That dude ain't on no
assigned
Oh
national
yeah,
national
championship.
I'm
lives?
Get no
feeling good though.
colonoscopy. We ain't doing
Okay.
that.
All right. I'm with you, bro. I'm with you.
Are you with
Right.
me?
Oh,
I'm
Chris.
riding. I'm riding.
You
Oh,
riding?
I'm riding.
Chris in the
I'm
pocket.
riding.
All right.
And y'all know how I do. I live up to all my bets. I live up to all my bets. It ain't no thing with
But
me.
honestly
I
though,
believe in my
That's
boys
how
that
they feel
much.
about it. That's how seriously they
We
feel
already
about it.
got proof that
but
Chris
that's
will
what I'm
wear the
trying to say,
Michigan
Blair.
stuff.
It's an emotional thing too attached.
Mhm.
That's what I'm trying to say. So it's not like a regular game where niggas be like Georgia and Georgia Tech. They're like, oh, that's supposed to be a rival. Oh, yeah, we lost. Them niggas don't give a fuck.
Oh,
This
I
shit
get,
is
I
like,
get it, bro. I totally understand.
it's
I
like
know what
falling
you're
on the
saying.
sword.
This
I
goes back to
understand.
childhood. This goes back to the way you were
I
raised.
understand. I understand all of that. But we can't let that shit cloud the
Our
bigger
judgment.
picture, bro.
I
The
feel you,
bigger
but I feel you,
picture.
Darius. I feel you. I feel you. I'm seeing.
Darius,
I
you
see it.
got
I
bro,
you
feel
when
you
got
that
the
see it.
nigga
wrong
was hired
idea, bro.
on, I'm
You
telling
calling
you.
it the bigger picture. That is the only picture there is. I'm
That's what
just telling
exact
you.
Blair understands.
Everybody they want to talk about national championship, and they gonna be talking about that all the way up to the end of November.
Mhm.
And they ain't talking about it
Exactly.
anymore, bro. They not even gonna talk. You ain't gonna hear nothing about it.
Because there's been, like I said, there's been years where we've been coast to coast #1 in the country. Came up to Michigan week, and them niggas wet the bed, and I cried like a
Both
baby.
ways.
And both ways, both ways. And I'm talking about the year before they won the championship. We was wire to wire #1 in the country. Nobody can touch us. Michigan was ass cheeks. They had only won like 6 games, I think, that year, and we lost at home to
But
Michigan.
what's
I
so
cried like a baby.
crazy is certain parts of Ohio though, bro, root for
Mm-hmm.
Michigan.
Yes.
True story.
Very small pockets, like up there in the Toledo area, like
Yeah,
right
yeah.
there, because they on the
Toledo and all
border.
that. Yeah, they
Because they're
root
on the
for
border. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Like that's how you get your or Charles Woodson that's in Ohio, an Ohio kid, grew up in Ohio, but never really liked Ohio State because his family
Desmond
never really messed
Howard.
with
A
Ohio
lot
State.
of
They always messed with Michigan. Those are the choices that you had to make growing up as a kid. That's real shit. Like it is
but
really like that. That is life.
also back in those days, I hate to say it, man. Even if you go pioneers like 30, 50 years ago, Ohio State didn't really recruit within the state of black athletes.
Mm-hmm.
They really didn't. And then on top of that, Woody Hayes was also known behind closed doors to be a little racist himself. So you know what I'm saying? A lot of black kids that grew up loving the Scarlet and Gray. They just like, man, fuck it.
But
Cause I
then
didn't get that recruit. You
But
know
then
what I'm
also
saying?
you have historians, you got historical things happen. Like you have also like the first African American player to break the color barrier is an Ohio State football player named Bill Willis, which they brung it back full circle, who's also in our Pro Football Hall of Fame when they brought it back full circle, where the number 0 is representing Bill Willis, and they give it out to the person that represents leadership and all those great things, and they give that to one player each year that can get to wear the patch if they can't wear the number on the field or get to wear the actual block O. So, I mean, It is what it is, man. I mean, it's just that's just been.
That's just a game you gotta win, though, bro.
I mean,
Guess what?
it is what it is.
Guess what? Fuck all that. Natty daddy.
I feel y'all, man. I feel, and the players are saying it too. They saying it's natty or bust for us, man. That's the reason why they came back. They practice. Apparently, they're practicing really hard. They not going light. They going hard. It doesn't matter. They saying because they just said when the Big Ten Network was there that half of the damn linemen were sick and throwing up on the field. They said Buddy threw up on the field, kept practicing. Like, come on, bro. That's just what it is, man. That's old school shit right there. So, I don't think we got nothing else for tonight. We gave y'all a nice, good, long show. Thank y'all for watching. Continue to like, to share, and to subscribe. Okay. Make sure you tell the people you know that we out here. You know what I'm saying? I tell people all the time, hey, I got a podcast. They're like, for real? Because I enjoy you talking about sports. Hey, you would love my boys talking about sports with you. Watch the podcast and you will love it. And they watch it and they love it. So tell your people that you know about us. Continue to like, share, subscribe again, y'all. Till next week. Deuce.
Peace.
Peace.
Take care of yourself, y'all.